Hello, and welcome to Paddling Places, Florida. I'm your host, Mr. D. So, hey, let's get this thing in the water. Now, a word from our sponsor. Advanced Elements is the leader in design and manufacturing of inflatable kayaks with cutting-edge technology and providing excellent customer service. All of their products are designed to give paddlers the tools they need at a value they deserve. Check them out at advancedelements.com or call toll-free at 866-262-9076. Hello, and welcome to Paddling Places, Florida Adventures. I'm your host, Mr. D. Hey, today we finally got out on Lake B at Tenoroc. Very hard to get on because of the quotas and allocations and stuff like that. And I've been really wanting to do this lake. So today we got that opportunity, and it's a pretty good sized lake. Got all kinds of weird fingers and stuff like that because of the phosphate mines. I've been looking forward to this one. So hey, let's get this in the water. Wow, and I've just started, guys, and this place is absolutely beautiful. It's full of wildlife, and I just like the layout. I knew when I saw this on the aerial map that this was going to be a good one. That looks like a very, very large gator right over there on the side, so I'm going to kind of steer clear and check it out, and we'll see in a minute. But he looks like he's a big boy right there. Well, guy, that I mean, right off the dock, that's one big gator sitting up over there. Got a nice shot of him, and we're going to continue our paddle. I don't much worry about them too much. It is mating season now, so you will find me not as close to the edges as I normally do. And that's just for safety reasons. They get a little bit attitudey when you get close to a nest or something like that. So anyway, we're going to continue our paddle, guys, and explore this Lake B. I'm really excited about this lake. I really want to check it out because it's big and it's got a lot of fingers and a lot of channelways and stuff like that. So hey, we'll be back in a bit. Ooh, I like the breeze. It's getting hot. Guys, there is all kinds of bird wildlife up in here. I'll tell you what, that's what they told me about Lake B. Lake A has a little bit, but Lake B is just full. The lake itself is really, really big, and it's just got all kinds of nooks and crannies. There's a little island off over here to the left. I'm gonna go explore here in just a minute. So anyway, hey, we're gonna continue our paddle, guys, and I really hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoy bringing them to you. And we're gonna get out here and paddle some more, and we'll be back in a bit. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, there's a lot of gators in Lake B. I've already seen 5, and I normally receive 1 and 2 in an entire day. I've got to have my head on a swivel today. It should be fine. Like I said, I'm in the middle of the lake right now, or this particular section, but my head is on a swivel. I'm watching everything just to make sure I don't have any surprises. Now, they won't attack the boat. There's one right there. There's one right in front of me, but he's a small one. He's not very big. But I saw a big one crossing here before I got into this finger, I guess you could call it. But I don't know where he is now, unless that's him right there. Nope. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's on the side, up over here. There's one right there. Must not be hungry though, because they ain't moving. And there's fish jumping all up in front of their face. So I just got to be alert. I mean, you can paddle these places, guys. Don't be afraid of it, but just respect it. This is their home. You're just visiting. You've heard me say that on other videos, and I sincerely mean that. And dang sure don't be feeding them, because once they lose their fear of man by a person feeding them, and I'm not lecturing you, just telling you the way it is. Plus, it's a huge fine if you're caught. One of the things that, I don't know if you saw it on the news or something like that, you saw a young lady paddleboarding and a big gator came right up to her paddleboard. That was a 12-footer. And she really freaked out and all that kind of stuff, but they come to find out that people were feeding that gator, so he was coming to her to get something to eat. Now, they had to euthanize that gator. And that's not really cool, not, doing that kind of thing. This is kind of a cool paddle, guys. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of gators out here this morning. So I am not going to cover the whole turf, especially in the little tight areas, because it is mating season, like I said earlier, and that's where they go. And I don't want to kind of get into their area. I really don't. So anyway, we're going to continue our paddle, guy, but trust me, my head's going to be going like this the whole day, because it could be kind of ugly if I get into a situation where I startle one of these nesting gators. Like I said, they won't attack me, but they can come at the boat to get it out of here. And I've had that happen once, where a tail flipped, and I woke him up, and I didn't see him, and apparently I woke him up and he didn't see me, and he did that defensive tail flip that they do, and it scared the bejesus out of me, I'll tell you what. But that was real close. I mean, we're talking about 8 feet away from my kayak. So anyway, I'm gonna, in a very cautious state, continue my paddle, and we'll be back in a bit. Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm actually heading back now. I'm actually going to put a caution flag on this location. The gator population in this lake is way, 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 way too much. I mean, I'm up almost into 30 that I've seen already today. And the bad thing is they're center lake swimming. And that means they're not staying off to the sides. So, my channel promotes family outings, family recreational kayaking and stuff like that. I'm not gonna red flag this, because I think it's not that big a deal. But for people that are coming to visit, I think Lake B would be a bad choice, because the population of gators and their size. I mean, we have adolescents all the way up to some, big bad boys. And it's just, I'm not having fun anymore because my head is too much on a swivel. I'm seeing them everywhere. They're off to the sides, they're in the center lake, they're popping their heads up on me. It's getting me a little bit nervous, and it's just not safe, and it's not fun. Now, I went about 3/4 down the bottom part of the lake, and it's a pretty good sized lake. I went down there, and everywhere I turned, there was a gator, and where there was like a canal opening, there was a gator right there in the center. And that's just not safe. And I did venture into a couple of those. They kind of took exception to that. Now, they didn't follow me. I've had one gator follow me in the past for a little while, and he was probably just curious. So I kept looking to see if any of these would follow, and they're not. And actually, that's a good thing. I've been at other locations that had a pretty heavy population of gators, and I saw a kayaker one time, and he was doing his thing, and I'm watching a gator follow that kayak, and I hollered out to him and to tell him that he was being followed, and it was a pretty good sized gator, probably about an 8-10 footer, and he got out of there pretty quick. Then I found out there was a nest area down there, and that was probably the reason. But anyway, guys, I'm actually starting to head back. I'm kind of disappointed, and just because the population of gators is so thick and so many. Like I said, I've seen over 30 already this morning, and normally I'll see 1 or 2 on an entire lake. For those of you who got the convertible and you want to put your pet up front and all that kind of stuff, that's ringing the dinner bell for these guys. And the population again is a lot. I'm looking everywhere just to make sure that I'm okay. You know, I've covered a lot of this lake already, but I'm not real comfortable with it. I'm looking everywhere because they are everywhere, and it's just crazy. So anyway, hey, we're gonna do a little bit more paddling, get a little closer to the launch site and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll close this thing out. All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up for this episode of Paddling Places Florida Adventures out at Lake B at the Tenoroc Fish Management Area. And I'm going to throw a caution flag on this place, and it's strictly because of the number of gators in this water. I mean, we're talking a lot. There is a lot of gators here, and I was counting them. Last count I had was pretty close to 30. And they're center swimming the lake. They're doing all that kind of stuff, which is not safe for recreational kayaking. Now, I'm just going to put a caution on this. You can paddle this like I did. I didn't have any problems. I had that one gator come up right alongside of me just, I mean, not 3-5 minutes ago. And he was a paddle length away from my craft, come up, check me out. And that gave me a little bit of a start. Now, he wasn't that big. He was probably 6 foot, maybe 7. But that's big enough to do some serious damage. Anyway, we're going to call it a day for this particular location. I had high hopes for it, but the gator population is just too high. There's just too many. I don't mind seeing 3, 4, 5 of them in a day on a big lake. That's not a big deal, and that's normal. But when you see the numbers I've seen this morning, nope, not for me. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one.